This is a demonstration of the Microsoft Project baseline facility. A baseline is a copy of the main project so that if you subsequently change the project you can see the alterations. So I'm going to go ahead and create a couple of tasks. So task 1 and task 2. You'll see that they've both got a 1-day duration assigned by default. That's because I'm using auto scheduling. So I'll make the first one 1 week, and I'll do the same for the second one, 1 week. Now what I'm going to do is allocate a resource to work on these two tasks. So if I look down here at my resource sheet, I've already got Gordon. I'm now going to add Victoria. So I have 2 resources. Switching back to my Gantt chart view down here, I can now click onto task 1, use the resource feature, and I'll assign resources. So I'll put myself onto task 1, here I go, and I'll allocate Victoria to task 2. There we go. I'll now close the assign resource window. Now at the moment we don't have a baseline. If I change the view by right clicking here, I can say show me the tracking Gantt. The tracking Gantt is specifically set up to show baselines. So there we go. You can see we have very slim bars because we don't have a baseline yet. Now if I go up here to project, I can set a baseline. So here we go. I'm setting the baseline, set the baseline for the entire project, which is just these 2 tasks here. Okay. And now you can see how the bottom section fills in with a black bar. That's the baseline, as you can see. Above it is the actual task itself. So the task is the pink, the baseline is underneath it as the black. Now if the project continues with no further changes, we don't have a problem. However, if I come along, for example, and say I need to take a holiday, then I could go down here, and once I'm into the resource sheet, I can open up me, and then if I change my personal working time, I can say I'm going to take a couple of days off this week. So if I take off the 19th and 20th and say they are holiday, I've just allocated myself 2 days holiday on Thursday and Friday. Okay. We now find, when I go back to look at the Gantt chart, that has adjusted itself. You can see that's now longer than it was before. Victoria is still working for 5 days, but obviously I'm working for longer. If I want to compare that with my original plan, I need to switch from my normal Gantt chart back to my tracking Gantt chart. And there we go. We can now clearly see the baseline called for me to work on these 5 days, but I'm now working across here for those days because I'm taking off Thursday and Friday of this week, which means I'm going to have to extend my job. That's how the baseline works.